this topic is very much important for you. The things that we are going to discuss today, that will be very necessary for you to know. Okay. So which period is known as the adolescence period? Adolescence period is generally the growth period of our body. See, if you will talk about the growth of our body, then growth it generally starts when a baby comes out from the mother womb. Okay, the day from when a baby comes out from the mother womb, from that day growth starts from its body. But which kind of growth is characterized as the growth in the adolescent period? In the adolescent period, the growth of our sexual characteristics is termed or mentioned. That's why adolescent period is mentioned as the growth period of our body. Okay. Generally, adolescence period starts from the age 10. Okay, it varies from 10 to 12, and it lasts from 10 to 12 age up to the age 20 or 19. Okay, some 1 or 2 years it will vary from person to person. And if we will compare boys and girls, girls will attain adolescence period prior to boys. Okay, so it generally starts, we can take the age 10. Okay, 10 to 12. In between 10 to 12 years it starts, and it ends with the age 19. Okay, 18 to 19 years. Okay, so adolescence period is a very crucial period of our life. As you all are in your adolescence period, that's why I want to discuss this topic in a very brief manner with you, because I know most of you might be finding difficulty or might be getting stress by the growth that occurring in your body. But today we will discuss what all are the things that happens in our body during the adolescence period. Okay, both for the boys and girls. So if we will talk, let us move on to the topic in details. I hope now you all got clear what is adolescence period. Adolescence period is the growth of our body where our sexual character develops. If you will compare the boys and girls, girls generally attain the adolescence period prior to boys. Okay, some 1 or 2 years earlier than boys. Okay, so adolescence period. Let us move on to the details discussion of adolescence period. What all things happens during the adolescence period. So at first I am discussing with you physical changes during adolescence period. What all physical changes takes place during adolescence period? As I have mentioned, the growth is the characteristics feature of the adolescence period, because see, it's not like that only in adolescence period we grow, but during adolescence period most of the growing activity occurs in our body. Okay, that's why we can term it as growth phase or growth period. So physical changes during adolescence period. What all physical changes occurs in the adolescence period, that we will talk now. The first one. So the first one is increase in height. Increase in the height is the first prominent physical change that can be observed during the adolescence period. For both boys and girls, they it is a very noticeable characteristics that we can find. They grow by their height, and increase in height differs from person to person. Okay, not only height, in weight also. Okay, they will gain some more weight during the adolescence period, and suddenly they will grow in height. And again here, if we will compare between boys and girls, girls generally grow faster than boys, but after up to the ending of the adolescence period, both of their growths will be equalized. Okay, at the starting of the adolescence period, generally girls started growing in height faster than boys, but gradually up to the end of the adolescence period, boys also grows up to the same level up to girls. Okay, so height and weight gaining is the first physical change that occur during the adolescent period. The next one is change in the body shape. Okay, for both boys and girls, the change takes place in their body shape. Like boys develop long bones and muscles. Okay, this is a prominent characteristics, body characteristics that may appear during the adolescence period. Okay, and girls also have a number of they develop a curvature body shape. Okay, they generally have enlarged hip bone, that's why they develop a curvature body shape, but boys do not develop the curvature body shape, rather they develop the muscles. Okay, they gain more muscles during the adolescence period. Next, change in voice. Okay, change in voice is also very prominent in boys. Okay, generally what happened, we got voice box, okay, or vocal box in the larynx. Okay, in larynx we got vocal box, and in boys what happened, when they enter to adolescence period, they have they got little enlarged voice box, means their voice box will enlarge little bit. There will be deposition of muscles on over the voice box, which leads to change in their voice. Okay, sometimes boys might find shy to talk in the class due to the change in their voice, but it will not remain like that. It will be up to some period, then you will have your normal voice. But girls do not have the significant change in voice. Anyhow, they also have a change in voice, but not as harsh as boys. Boys generally develops a harsh voice, but girls generally they develop a high pitched voice. Okay, boys they have a harsh, deeper voice. Okay, so voice change is also a significant characteristics of the changes, the physical changes that occurs during adolescence period. And do not worry about the change of your voice, because the change of the voice will be remain for some period, then you will have your normal voice. Okay, next, if you will talk that I said that in boys there will be a muscles deposition over the voice box, and that muscles deposition is known as Adam's apple. Okay, the deposition of muscles or the enlargement of muscular layer over the voice box in boys during the adolescence period is termed as Adam's apple. Okay, that deposition is known as Adam's apple. Okay, next, increased activity of sweat and sebaceous gland. If you all I think you all are aware of the sweat and sebaceous gland. Sweat gland secretes sweat from our body, and sebaceous gland secretes oil from our body. Okay, so the activity of sweat gland and sebaceous gland increases during the adolescence period. That's why most of the boys and girls they got pimples over their face. Okay, so the secretion of sweat and oil is not equal for both boys and girls. Okay, it may differ from individual to individual. That's why some may got pimples over their face, some may not. Okay, but it will be up to some time or some period, then it will be normalized. So these all are the characteristics changes or the physical changes that occurs during the adolescence period. Okay, so these are the main physical changes that we have discussed. Okay, now we can move on to the next important part. What all are the sexual characteristics that develops during the adolescence period? Here, prior to this topic, we were discussing about the change in the physical, rather than any sexual character. About other character we were discussing, like height, weight, voice, and all. So the main changes that occurs during the adolescence period is the sexual change or change in the sexual behavior. And when the boys and girls they will have change in their sexual behavior, they will gradually move on to the adult period. Okay, means adulthood can be characterized or can be followed by the adolescence period. Okay, at the age of 10 combine adolescence period and adult period, because in adolescence period generally we grow physically, but after growing physically we enter to the adulthood or adult period, where the sexual behavior of our body changes. So what all sexual behavior of our body takes place, that we will discuss now. See, whenever we are talking about the change in sexual character, that means we are talking about the secretion of hormones. What hormones? Sex hormones. In previous class already we have discussed about the endocrine system, and already we have discussed that endocrine glands are the glands which are responsible for the secretion of hormones, isn't it? So hormones are the characteristics of hormones are responsible for the growth of our body, and hormones are equally responsible for the change in the sexual behavior of our body. Okay, so let us discuss what all sexual changes occurs in the adolescence period. So here, if you will talk about boys, boys generally develop their the testes develop and they started producing sperms. Okay, and girls, they started producing eggs. Okay, this is the significant characteristics of the adulthood. Okay, when after adolescence we just the phase of adolescence, after the phase of adolescence we will just pass to the what adolescence phase, and there the most significant change is that production of gametes. Okay, the boys, they started producing sperms and girls, they started producing eggs. See, actually girls, they started producing eggs from birth. Okay, by birth they produce eggs, but that eggs are not mature. They produce immature egg. I am not going in details. In your higher class, when you will read about gametogenesis, when you will read about oogenesis, spermatogenesis, there you will have a detailed discussion on the development of egg and development of sperm. Okay, but now just I can say that girls, they develop egg by birth only, but that eggs are immature, and when they attain puberty, their eggs got mature. Okay, so here this is the significant change. Boys started developing sperm and girls started developing eggs, and these development of sperms and eggs are the characterized changes of hormones or the production of hormones in our body. Follicle stimulating hormone plays a very important role during this phase. Okay, the follicle stimulating hormone, which is controlled by the pituitary gland, helps in the secretion of male hormone and female hormone. Male hormone is known as adenosine and female hormone is known as estrogen. Okay, androgen and estrogen are both the hormones. Androgen is the most important androgen is the testosterone. Okay, which helps in the development of secondary sexual character in boys, and estrogen is the main hormone secreted from the female body, which helps in the development of the secondary sexual character in female body. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the secondary sexual character, the primary sexual character is the production of sperm in boys, and the primary sexual character is the production of egg in girls. But what about the secondary sexual character? I am talking about secondary sexual character. If we will discuss about boys, then the formation of beards, the formation of hairs over hands and legs, chest. Okay, heavy masculine characteristics, deposition of more muscles in hands. Okay, these all are the secondary sexual character developed in boys when they started producing sperm. Means when the formation of testosterone occurs in the male body. And if you talk about girls, girls also develop so many physical changes over their body. As I said, they develop a curvature body. That is a secondary sexual character of girls. So these all are the changes or the sexual changes that occurs in the during the adolescence period. And when sexual changes occurs in the adolescence period, then that period is characterized with the adult period or adulthood. Okay, so during adolescence period, or if you will talk about the adulthood, not only physical changes occurs, along with physical changes, so many emotional and mental changes also occurs in both boys and girls that you all might have noticed. So let us discuss what all physical and mental changes occurs during the adolescence period, and how we can overcome that situation. Okay, so if we will talk about the change in the physiological change or emotional and mental change, here the first change it is given. Boys and girls becomes too conscious about their body change. Okay, the changes that occurs over their body, they might be so much conscious about the change that suddenly occurs over their body, and some they also find difficulty in sharing their problems with their parents and friends. Okay, but it is suggested, if during adolescence period, if you are finding any difficulty, actually there are so many body changes, I mean physical changes occurs in during the adolescence period, and we should not be conscious about that change. Okay, you should ask your parents, you should consult your parents if you are finding any difficulties. Okay, so most of the boys and girls, they also find they feel shy due to their body changes. Okay, and you should not feel shy for your body changes, because these changes are temporary. Gradually, after when you will practice, you will have a good habit. We will discuss what all good habit you should practice, so that you will have a healthy body or good lifestyle. Okay, next, they become worried about their future. Okay, this is also a characteristics behavior during the, this is the characteristics change in their mental, I mean we can say mental change during the adolescence period. Most of the boys and girls, they are so much worried about their future. I am not saying that you should not worry about their future, you should set your goal, but till now you are not in a age to set a proper goal. Okay, now you are in your development stage, and don't just think more about your future. Most of the boys and girls, they used to think more about the future, means what I will do in future, and this high thinking about future may lead to depression. Okay, so you are not now you are not in that stage to think more about future. You just focus on your present. Okay, what all study that you are doing, just focus on your study. Do not think more about your future. If you will think a lot about your future, then it will lead to depression and stress in your body, and which will hamper the proper mental growth in your body. Okay, next, boys and girls likes to remain in their group. It is very obvious. Boys and girls, they don't like to be with parents, they like to be in their group, they like to be with their friends, because with them they find themselves comfortable and safe. They do not like to listen to parents. Okay, this is the very common character, thing that we can observe during the adolescence period. And not only you, we all of us, we experience the same, but it is my personal suggestion to listen to your parents. Okay, be with your friends, because this period is, this is very natural. In this period, this is a very natural or general characteristics that you want to be with your friend, because the changes that are taking place in your body, that you will find comfortable to discuss that all thing with your friends rather than your parents. Okay, but nowadays I think all the parents are like friends only. You all can discuss whatever problem you got with your parents, and spend time with your friends, but more than friends, you give more importance to your parents, because this period is only for some time in your life, and gradually when you will grow up, then you will find that what all mischiefs that you have done with your parents. Okay, so this is the topic, and the next one is this is a very crucial as, and adolescence brings with its emotional and physiological change. As I said, we all when both male and female, when they are in their adolescence phase, they also have a high emotional thoughts. Means sometimes we will be very emotional for our friends, will be very emotional for our parents. That is a very obvious, because the change of hormone that is taking place over our body, that leads the change, the emotional and mental change in our body. Okay, so emotionally we should not think more, because if we will take more emotional and mental stress, then it will restrict the mental growth of our body. Anyhow, physically we will grow, but mentally we cannot grow. Okay, so how we can overcome this, all the difficulties, how we can overcome, that all we will discuss. Don't worry. Okay, so these all are the mental and emotional changes that occurs during the adolescence period. So here another more important thing is given: the importance of personal hygiene during adolescence period. Personal hygiene is very much essential and necessary. We all do not give more attention to the personal care, but the personal care also plays a very important role of the growth, the both mental and physical growth of your body. Okay, you should take proper and safe food. Okay, I'm not saying that don't take more food, you will be more bulky. No, you should take more food during adolescence period, but that should be safe for your body. Take more carbohydrate rich food, protein rich food. Okay, and just avoid taking the fast foods. Believe me, fast food, it's not just most of the time you might be thinking that why everyone is just restricting to take the fast food. Believe me, fast food is actually it is very harmful for the body. Okay, gradually when you will grow older, then you can notice so many difficulty that occurs to your body, and the deposition of fat is a very harmful effect occurs due to the consumption of fast food. Okay, so avoid taking fast food. Take most of the food that is safe to your body. Okay, fast food is not at all safe for our body. Next, proper lifestyle. We should maintain a proper lifestyle. What do you mean by proper lifestyle? Proper lifestyle means we should practice the regular habits, the good habits. We should maintain the good habits, and whenever we are talking about a proper lifestyle during adolescence period, most of the boys and girls, they may have a friend circle which is not suitable for them, and sometimes they adopt some unusual things like smoking, drinking, taking drugs and all. So both boys and girls, they should avoid this all during the adolescence period. As I am mentioning the sentence most of the time, that adolescence period is only a period, a short duration of our life. But remember, adolescence period regulates whole of our life. Okay, we can say this period between age of 10 to 20, it regulates the things that we will do during this period, that will regulate rest of our life. So how important this period is. So do not waste this period. That's why this topic is there in your book, so that you all can get a good, also. Okay, so to maintain, to have a proper lifestyle is very important during the adolescence period. And again, some more important thing is given to maintain a proper lifestyle, like avoiding long hours of continuous table work. You should not do more table work. Avoid watching TV and computer, mobile for more time. Okay, avoid smoking, consumption of alcohol at all. Okay, so you should maintain a healthy lifestyle. Okay, cleanliness, you should maintain a cleanliness. Both if you talk about your clothes, about your hands and all, have a bath regularly, maintain the toilet habit regularly. And the cleanliness also helps in changing in your mental illness. If you are, see, if you will not wash your face, if you will not bath a day, then you can find yourself a little bit drowsy or tired. Okay, so maintain cleanliness in your, or have cleanliness, the behavior of cleanliness you just adapt in your day-to-day life. All the things, hair should be combed, eyes should be washed, that all I am not discussing, that all you know. Just I have discussed about the cleanliness that you should maintain, both regarding your clothes and your body. Okay. Next, a very important tendency of adolescence period, that is stress. Okay, stress is a very important and crucial thing that occurs during the adolescence period. So when you get stress, when you are overloaded, when you are not in the age of doing something, but you are doing over than your age, then you might stress. Or when you are thinking, just before I have discussed, that when you are unable to share your problems with your friends and parents, that time maybe you might be overstressed. And stress is a very harmful thing for the growth of the body. Here I am mentioning the growth of the body, not only physically but also mentally. Okay, when you are stressed means you are mentally weak, you are mentally ill. So avoid stress. You should avoid stress. So here we can see how we can manage stress. You can also read several books regarding the stress and skill management. Okay, so here we will discuss some of the points how you can reduce stress. The first one, it is given, yoga. Yoga is a very essential. You should, in your day-to-day life, yoga and exercise should be a part of your life. Okay, I don't know how many of you are having the habit of yoga and exercise. I think 5 from 100. But remember, yoga and exercise, adapt yoga and exercise in your day-to-day life. I too have yoga in my daily life. Okay, so yoga and exercise will relax your mind. We all have tension in our life. See, when we got stressed, or when we got any, the thing that we don't want in our life, we just think that why this is happening to only us, but not like that. There are also so many people around us who all are stressed, and stress is a part of our life. Getting stressed is a part of our life. It's not that if you will go, if you will be more successful in the future, then you will not have more stress. That time also you will have more stress. It's not that if you will have a good job, if you will earn more money, then you will have no stress. Stress is a part of our life, but the importance is that, the most important thing is that how we are managing our stress. And everyone is not capable, they are not capable of managing stress in their life. And remember, stress management is the most important thing that occurs in your life. All the study that you are doing, you place it apart, and the stress management is apart from your study. The more you study, that much higher study you can go, but you should you should learn how to regulate your stress. Without regulating your own stress, you cannot be happy. Okay, if you can able to regulate or maintain your stress level, then you will be always happy. Okay, so how you can maintain or regulate your stress? One, already I said, to have yoga and exercise in your day-to-day life, to practice yoga and exercise in your day-to-day life. Proper sleeping schedule. Okay, that most of us we are not doing nowadays. We should have a proper sleeping schedule. Okay, we should not work for late night. We should not watch TV. We should not watch mobile and all for late nights. We should have a proper sleeping schedule, and the sound sleep gives us a sound mind. Got it? Reading is a very good habit that will be very helpful to manage your stress. Okay, when you will read, means you are engaged. You are engaging your mind in some work, and you will not get any more time to take stress. Okay, that's why this is your period to read and read. The more you can read, not only you can read any of the storybook, you can read any of the novel. Okay, so the more you read, the more knowledge you can gain. Just explore yourself. This is your age to explore yourself. Okay, and this age will not come again. Okay, next, thinking positivity. You should always think positive. Whenever, see, suppose one example I can give. Suppose if you are facing any exam or any competition, then before going to the stage, any debate competition or singing competition, before going to the stage, you are just thinking, if I will say something wrong, then all will laugh at me. No, that is the negative thinking that you are developing in your mind. Always think positive, and remember, positive thinking also works positively in our life. Okay, so you should always have a positive thinking, and when you will develop a positive thinking in your mind, then automatically you can see the positiveness will develop around you. Okay, and you will not be more stressed in your life. You will not get more stress in your life. Laughing is also a very good habit. Laugh more, but not like that when teacher is teaching. Most of you are laughing during the class period also, and got scold. You also you all are getting scoldings from your teachers. But laughing is a good habit, not always, but it is a part of our life. Okay, don't be always don't feel shy, don't be always stressed. Enjoy your life, and just enjoy the work that you are doing, so that the thing that I want to tell is, always be happy, so that you can able to regulate or maintain your stress. Got it? Deep breath. When you are in stress, you always take a deep breath. Means, the same example I can give you. When you are facing any competition or any suppose take a relay race. Okay, anything that you are going to face, if you are finding nervous or conscious, then take a deep breath. How helpful it is. Just you just practice this, then you can know it is very helpful. When you are facing any problem, take a long deep breath and just breathe out. It seems that you will throw your stress out. Okay, breathing, take a long breath also regulates stress. Meditation also, you all should have meditation at least 10 to 15 minutes in a day. Okay, meditation will increase your thinking capacity, your concentration power. Okay, meditation is very helpful for development of your mental stability. Time management. You should manage your time. Okay, you should learn how to manage your time. Means, time management, it is a very it is playing a very important role in our day-to-day life. We should why your teachers, they are giving punishment to you if you are not punctual to the school. to make you learn about the time management. Okay, you should be punctual to your work. You should learn how to manage your time. Before today night, you just schedule your work for tomorrow. Okay, that is time management, and try to finish that work within that time. It's not that always you can complete your work within that time limit, but gradually when you will adapt this time management, gradually you will find that how disciplined your life will be. Okay, time management makes your life disciplined. Hobbies. Most of you might have different hobbies like singing, dancing, then drawing and all. So whenever you are getting free time, just try to do that hobbies. Okay, it will give freshness to your mind, and you will also find your stress to be you can also maintain your stress. Okay, so these all are the topics. Again I am saying, these topics, it's not that you have to learn the question answer and all. Any question answer it will come, you can write by your own. This is a topic that you have to understand, not to learn. Okay, that's why this is the topic that we have discussed about adolescence and the adulthood. And again, read out your book. There are again so many points in your book. If you will find any difficulty in any point, then you can also ask me. Do not hesitate to ask any question. As we have discussed in this topic, that how important this phase is in our life. Again and again I am saying, adolescence phase is a very important and crucial phase in our life. Just maintain this phase of your life in a proper way, or else when you will cross the adulthood, then that time you will realize that what all things that you should do during your adolescence period but you have not done. Here I am not only talking about your study, rather other activities. You should not have any other, you should not have a bad circle. This is a very important thing in the adolescence period. Okay, you should not have a bad friend circle. See, I am not here talking about parents, because parents, they always want their child to be good, to be healthy. They will not have, or they will not tell you anything that will hamper your life. But sometimes during adolescence period, you may have bad friend circle who all may misguide you. So try to understand what your parents they want to tell you. Okay, this is a phase that we have discussed, that you don't want to listen to your parents, but my suggestion is that this phase is temporary. You have to be your parents throughout. You have to be with your parents throughout the life. Okay, and we all have passed the phase, and that's why we can advise you all that just adopt good or positive things in your life, so that when you will grow older, you have not anything to regret about. Okay, study is a part. You have to study to have a good job, but apart from study, rest all things, that is good behavior, good manner, positivity inside you, stress management capacity inside you, that all you develop in your body. Learn any activity, anything in your day-to-day life. Learn something in one day. You should learn something from any of your parents, or from some friends also. There are also some good friends around us from whom we can learn. Okay, so this is all about our today's topic. So this is all that we have discussed about the adolescence period. Again, go through the topic. If you again have any more doubts regarding the topic, then again you can ask me. So with this we have completed our chapter, and in the next class we will move on to our next important topic. Till then, keep revising the topic and take care. Goodbye.